Hello everyone and welcome for another video of Love and War Games. Today we are making a special battle report and I am joined today by
the Grim Fang.
The Grim Fang that you have seen already on the channel, like from some of the tournaments that we have been doing. And we are doing a battle report, a real battle report for Epic Armageddon. This time 5,000 points, so a really large battle report. You've already seen a 5,000 points list and I'm playing the same one as a previous tournament report, the narrative event that we did in Horus Heresy. It's going to be the exact same list, so if you want the detail, have a look there. We're going to go straight to the deployment, and we wanted to showcase the game and to make a really like cinematic, almost narrative battle report. And what is more narrative and epic and cinematic than Imperial Guard versus Tyranids? So you're playing a Tyranid list today.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
5,000 points of Tyranids.
Yeah, you're gonna see this. He's going to explain the list exactly because it's gonna be the first time that I play against the Tyranids, so I don't really know what the Xenos can do. We will show you immediately. It's going to be an express battle report, as always, like as we usually do. So only like beginning of the turn, middle of the turn, and end of the turn, and then a debrief at the end. So we're gonna try to keep this short. As always, all the YouTube things, like, subscribe, give us a hype, because you can hype us now on YouTube. And if you put a comment as well, first let us know what you think of the game, and you can win one of 2 War Machine armies in our new contest. So without further ado, let's take a look at the list, the deployments, and the scenario. As you can see, there is a no man's land. It is an Imperial world where Tyranids have already started to land, and the 2 sides are deployed. There is some, like quite a bit of Tyranids in reserve, while the Imperial Guard has been deployed to try to counter this Tyranid landing site. So I play Verstrowing, so armored division. My main objectives, you remember, it's objectives games, are here. We have this crashed fighter next to the lake that I will need to try to rescue. I already have some forces there. I have a crashed Valkyrie to secure in the center. My Militarum Tempestus, my elites are already there, some survivors and some infantry reinforcements. And for the Tyranids, there is one objective here, this tendril that we'll need to secure, even though there are some gene stealers. You can see the cruiser of the Tyranids, and that's nice conversion right here. And the second tendril is right there. No more objective on the left. There are some ruins, but that's okay. Our main HQ to defend, for me, is going to be this Leviathan here. As you can see, it's quite fortified. We'll check the deployment, but it is my main HQ. I will need to defend it. While on the Tyranid side, it is this mega tendril here with the Dominatrix right next. We will see the exact deployment later. So those are the objectives. We're going to play a regular game of Epic Armageddon, so the good system of counting the points and everything, even though we tried to make the deployment not super competitive, but just to showcase a nice epic battle. So as we said, I have 1 pack of salamanders here to try to hold the gene stealers and protect this crashed aircraft. Another pack of salamander here. My armored spearhead is going there. Some storm swords are rushing down the road to have some extra move with an anti-air Hydra. I have an infantry platoon already deployed here. We'll see where they go later. Here is my main force, 3 Shadow Sword, 3 Bane Blades, 1 Lemon Rust Company with 1 Vanquisher here, and a Hydra, and another platoon of Lemon Rust, and another 3 Shadow Swords. So as you can see, this is really the heart of the list. I'm going to go in the center, try to shoot left and right. The Tyranids, no surprise, are melee force, so I'm not going to focus there too much. But as you can see, if I can get a sight, we can see that there is really an opening line, and hopefully the armored fist of the Emperor will prevail in the center. Here, my main HQ, I have a commissar here and my main headquarters on the top of the building with the little flag. Defending the HQ, some Hydra here for cohesion, and my chimeras are ready to move or to support if needed. Last but not least, well, a little bit least, 1 pack of salamander here to prevent drop pods that it will arrive turn 2, and also some Leman Rasses, because of course we will need, even if there is not much right here, even though this I can handle later, I do need some Leman Rass to be sure that the light infantry that is here I'll be able to handle. And as I said, some salamanders. That is my entire list. I have nothing in reserve. Everything is on the table. I'm not sure it's the most optimized list or deployment, but at least it's gonna look cool. Okay, Gauthier, do you want to tell us about the Tyranids list?
Sure. So, as you already mentioned, I've got gene stealers, 6 gene stealers here, every time with an alpha, 6 others here, and 7 over there in the forest. So these are like the vanguard of my army.
Yeah, they go fast. They charge at 40 centimeters. I don't know in inches how much it is, but basically they can charge here easily.
Yeah. And then behind we have the main force.
Yeah.
With Haridans, which are actually with some gargoyles. So these are skimmers and able to fly fast and shoot quite okay. Then we have some titans, small titans here, Eurodule.
Yeah.
Two are melee oriented, and another one is a shooty one, I would say. Then here, two different units. One is Biovers and Tyranid warriors. The other one is a Dominatrix, which is my commander.
Your supreme commander, yeah.
Yeah, my supreme commander. Over there, we have a small pack of Gaunts, Carnifex, and Tyranid Prince.
Okay, mixed squad of a little bit of everything.
Yeah, exactly. Behind, we have a Titan, Hierophant.
The Hierophant that we've seen in Space Marine 2 recently.
Exactly. Then another Aridan, only one.
Okay.
Another Hierophant.
Sure.
And another pack of Biovers, Tyranid warriors, and that's it.
Okay, and what do you have in reserve?
And in reserve, I will have, with my ships, I will have two spores that will come and that will deliver 12 Gaunts plus Tyranid warriors on one side, and Tyranid Prince and same thing, 12 Gaunts on another side.
Okay, so really like they're like drop pods.
Exactly, yeah, exactly like drop pods. Then I've got 6 Lictors that are going to teleport at one moment during the game, and 2 Tragons that are right now
somewhere
beneath the ground, and they are going to get out at one moment.
Okay, very well. So here is the list: 5,000 points. Usually the game is played at 3,000, but it's still balanced and fun at 5,000. It's not that much longer. That is going to be this. One last thing before we start the first turn, and we will meet in the middle of the first turn. If you want more detailed battle report, you can go to the Grim Fang's channel. It is going to be in French, but YouTube subtitles are getting better and better now that they have been using AI to generate the subtitles. So go and have a look and support and subscribe to the Grim Fang if you like Epic Armageddon. He does a lot of content on everything related to Epic Armageddon. Now, without further ado, we will play some activations and meet at the middle about of turn 1. Alright, we are in the middle of turn 1. Some good things happen, some much worse. The Gene Stealers are a threat. We're going to start on this side where the first activation, he had initiative. First activation was those Gene Stealers, which killed outright my Sentinels. Then he got those heavy guys in cover. Okay. I moved forward my troops. My Shadow Swords here did not such a great shot and did 2 wounds out of 6 on this Hierophant. So they were not in a good mood. Then I moved forward those Storm Swords to support the Militarum Tempestus in case of an assault. But as you can see, the assault did happen and not my way. So there is 2 survivors out of 7 of the Gene Stealer's cult. But they cost half as much as me and my guys were broken. They did suffer some firepower before of Biovores and shooting attack from the Haridan, which did a really good supporting fire. And now this area has been cleared, unfortunately. What went a little bit better, it was on this other side. 3 Shadow Swords did 6 wounds, but one of them was saved by a magical 6+ invulnerable save on this Hierophant. And then I moved forward those destroyers, which shot between those 2 buildings. The last wound at the last save, and this Hierophant is finally gone. This was the one victory for the Guard, but it's only turn 1. Let's remember that there is a lot more reinforcements of the Tyranid coming, but we'll try to make them pay for every inch. We finished turn 1, beginning of turn 2, and things are not so bad so far. However, lots of Tyranid reinforcements are coming, and they are here already. This pack of Lictors arrived here. Trigons are for a little bit later. Those guys came here right between my firing lines. I didn't do a lot of damage. As you've seen, I've killed 1 Hierophant, but that's it. I also broke one of the pack of Gene Stealers here. The Dominatrix came here in firing line. The good news is I have initiative for the second turn. However, as you can see, this Haridan came here, did even more shooting, and I lost more units to the morale. 1 pack of Salamanders here was broken. As you can see, he's already taking over this area that used to be defended by the Militarum Tempestus. I moved forward with some stuff. The Aridan you've seen here already. Those guys failed their activation, so they just made a movement, and they they made a double once for activation. They only made a move with impact here, And then I made another one to try to rally. So they are staying. They're not really motivated to attack. Same for those guys who were supposed to make Overwatch, and they also made a one to activate, so no activation from those. I have some infantry here with some Overwatch in case Gene Stealers charge me, or in case some drop pods fall somewhere around here. Those guys are making a whole line of defense, those salamanders, because they make basically little wall from the front. So if he wants to charge or especially make some drop pods, he will have to avoid their area of control of 10 centimeters. Apart from that, yeah, I'm not controlling this objective at all, neither this one, neither that one. So yeah, I'm barely trying to survive. I'm not sure we are winning the battle, but at least let's try not to have too many losses and to kill some Tyranids with us. Alright, I'm taking a little break. My first two activations went well, and I'm afraid it's the last time things go well for the guard, so let's see. The Storm Swords activated first and didn't wipe out, but broke the formation. Half of it was destroyed. The rest, the heavy unit, the Carnifex, the Prince, and Zoanthrope stay alive, but I did break them. They will come back though, but it's one less activation for turn 2. And then I activated the Shadow Swords, which barely on the one wound, because he saved one invulnerable save, I killed the Hierophant. So there is no more Hierophant on the table, which makes me quite happy. And now the next targets are going to be these, if they survive until the end of the turn, which is not guaranteed at all. Now, probably the Lictors will activate and we'll see what else happens. But let's take this moment to breathe. It was the one time the guard shined. Turn 2 is underway, and the ship, the Hive ship is hovering above. It's about to drop. So far, we are holding barely. There were some activations here. The Shadow Swords, as I've said, killed the Hierophant. I had another pack of Shadow Swords here, killing one of those Bio Titans and damaging, almost killing the other, which was fine, and it was enough to break the pack here. I also killed with this pack of Limanra's destroyers one of the Haridan, barely, but it was enough. So the second one was broken because two gargoyles died in this as well. So she went to hide here, ready for the next turn. Turn 3 is going to be harsh for sure, but still. Here, those guys did not activate. I'm trying to have reserve. Those guys went back into Overwatch mode, and some basic platoons went here, doing nothing against the Gene Stealers, and then they rallied, and it was fine. One thing that happened just after I I activated my first turn, the Lictors went here, obliterating the troops that were there. The entire platoon was destroyed, and only one of the Lictor was killed. So probably my Burning Blades will have to deal with them if the ship doesn't arrive there. Also have one big pack of Limanras here and one pack there. We are reaching the end of the second turn, but worry not, there's going to be two huge pack of Tyranids about to drop. We will see which and where. And the drop ships have arrived. I was a little bit lucky first for the bombardment. It fell on this building where I almost went, and I went in this one. So this one was obliterated. I got a little bit lucky. Actually, I was afraid of the Gene Stealers, and it is not this that I should have been afraid of. And the drop pods arrived. The first was this one full with the Prince and everything on my Shadow Swords. There will be some firefight, fire support, but I don't think it's going to go so well for my guys. And the second pod fell here next. They didn't kill those guys with morale from the drop pod falling, but I don't think they will survive too long. So we'll first do the attack of the Shadow Sword. You can see really like the horde of Tyranids around. Probably the Shadow Swords are gone. Those guys as well. And I will do some shooting attack as much as I can. I don't have a lot of hope. We'll see how that goes. Let's meet at the end of the second turn. Alright, guys, we are at the end of turn 2, beginning of turn 3. And, well, not a big surprise, the assault here was a success by the Tyranid, but not enough to wipe out everything. By morale, by far, the last two Shadow Swords ran away out, being very scared. However, the Commissar stayed here because he's fearless and he rallied himself at the end of the turn. Great. Actually, the light of the Emperor is shining on us, because those Bane Blades rallied as well. The Lemanros Destroyers as well, they have no impact either. The Tyranids either, but this is more usual. Those rallied even though they kept one impact point. Here there is an absolute horde of Tyranids. I don't have any hope of getting those objectives, but I will try to hold for sure if I can hold the tide, I can win a little bit later. Those lictors are right here. My Baneblades are holding there. Those guys failed their activation again, so they made like 4 ones in a row. So like I guess the Commissar shot someone at some point, because from this point onward it went much better. So after making their 4th one in a row, they didn't rally, they shot instead at their free action, and they wiped out the gargoyles that were here that had been severely damaged before, because yeah, you remember that those guys shot a Haridan. If you maybe you haven't seen it, but those Lemanros destroyed a Haridan. Some gargoyles went here, and those guys shot at them, making like 6 sixes in 10 attacks. And from there on, at the end of the turn, they rallied. So I have good hope that this huge formation of Lemanros, third turn is when they wake up. Shadow Swords were fine. My infantry rallied, like most of them except those salamanders rallied. Those Gene Stealers are here, and the thing that is a bit scary, end of turn 2, beginning of turn 3, the 2 Trigons appeared right here. This guy is dead. So they're really looking forward to knock some Imperial Guard. And unfortunately, like I'm still in Overwatch, which is fine, but I hoped to use it on those Gene Stealers right there. We'll see how that goes. Turn 3, the main thing is like, can I hold, like the right flank is overrun, can I hold and do enough damage, especially maybe if I win initiative, to kill the Dominatrix with the Shadow Sword, which would allow me to really make a big change in the fortunes of war. I don't have such huge hope, but who knows? Can even make an assault and stuff here and there. We'll see how that works. I really need the initiative, otherwise I'm afraid I'm gonna lose the Storm Swords, the Bane Blades, and from there on it's gonna be like just hold the Blitz. Blitz is the main objective until we can evacuate the commander. We'll make first few activations. We will see how that goes, and after we both activated once or maybe twice our units, we will meet at the middle of turn 3. End of turn 3, we're actually gonna play turn 4 real quick. Lots of losses a bit everywhere. Many things are broken, as you can see. Those guys did not rally. There is one Trigon here also broken. We're really playing the objective by now with what we have left. I still have the armored spearhead. This is my biggest formation is absolutely intact, not even a single loss. I still have 3 storm swords here, which are very tough. I do have Bane Blades here, 2 of them that might rally and hold there. I will try to push forward. Those Gene Stealers were broken, did not rally, and so they will be vulnerable to morals and everything. I still have 3 Storm Swords, actually. Shadow Swords, I almost forgot them. A whole pack also intact of Destroyers, so really a lot of firepower there. This guy did not rally, and those 3 Lemanroses went here, shot doing nothing on the Gene Stealers, but breaking them, and then they got killed. Like they lost 2 Lemanros in a desperate melee assault to make sure I don't win turn 3, and it was a success. They fell back here and rallied at the end. So we're gonna make a very quick turn 4 and see at the end who won. Alright guys, we are reaching the end of turn 4. It's not finished yet, so it will be at the tie break. It was such a close game. We'll go flank by flank. Here I made a redeployment train to save my guys from the Avenger aircraft down. Those 2 guys, 1 unit, I could try to break them. When you zoom, it's actually quite beautiful, like the little scenes with the trees and everything. So those 2 guys I could break by making a bold maneuver, but then he moved this Hierodule, and yeah, so he contests the objective. Out there, I did quite a bit of cleaning with my Storm Swords. I could contest, but he activated those guys, failed his activation, but Tyranids have a special rule, they can make a double move, so he made this big Congo line out there for contesting the objective while holding his in the back. What is rest of the Queen's Guard almost left the table with the body of the Queen, so I will not break it. He rallied his Trigon and this drop pod unit, and so that's units unbroken in my half of the table. Those Lance Destroyers, Lehman Ross, who killed the Queen, actually, I need to. They're going to be called the unit the Queen Slayers from now on, and they will hold this objective. So those guys have been rescued, even though they are drowning in bodies of Militarum Tempestus here. And out there, with a crossfire between 2 units of Lehman Ross, I did manage to break this unit that went to try to contest and they they didn't contest for long. There are 2 units here, Unbroken Gene Stealers and what is left of this pack of infantry that had Carnifex and Prince and everything. They would get some surprises from the Shadow Swords later, but we're not playing turn 5. On attrition, I think Guards win turn 5, but in terms of objective, like we're not playing until turn 8 or something. We use the tournament pack. Here, the 2 Bane Blades finally managed to rally, escorting the Blitz, like the Leviathan, out of the combat zone, like nothing more to gain here. And this guy stays broken, he is way too scared. So it was a really fun game. We're gonna make the debrief, but as you can see, like those tables of Epic Armageddon are so cool. Very happy to see this. We like you do see that we have quite a few videos of Epic Armageddon. I'm not sure if you've seen, but we made a tournament report. I don't know which one is gonna come out first. But the community is quite active. That's why we make so many battle reports. Let us know if you like this in the comments. You can win an entire army with our contest, and it let us know which games you want to see more on the channel. But be sure that there is the biggest tournament of the year in Paris. So first of all, join if you can. It's called Sartoris. The details in the description. And do expect a tournament report for this one. Now let's go for the debriefing. Okay, so that was 5,000 points of Epic Armageddon in short format. But as you have seen, it's played in 5,000 points. So first of all, thanks for the game. Like we played at his home. So thanks for the coffee, for the pizza and everything. It was a very fun game. I hope that you guys enjoyed. Let us know, as always, in the comments what you think of this type of games. Epic Armageddon, you've seen Armored Clash. Like, they have very different feelings. And since the Grim Fang is really an expert, I wanted him to give you a few words about Epic Armageddon, how it is, what type of players can be interested in Epic Armageddon, and what you like personally in this game. So if you want to say a few words to our community, which sometimes doesn't know very well Epic Armageddon and how different it is from other games like Legions Imperialis. Lots of questions.
Yeah, a lot of things. So first of all, maybe just in case you're not aware, so there are basically 3 main games, Legion Imperialis, Net Epic, and Epic Armageddon, which in itself you can find Epic UK, Net Epic EA, I think it is, and Epic Armageddon in France. It's the same rule set, just we have different codecs in the UK, in France, and in United States. So that's basically the main difference. The rule set is exactly the same, and I think the main difference between Net Epic, Legion Imperialis, and all the Epic Armageddon rule sets is the fact that I think Epic Armageddon is more fast-paced. It's really like you have more interaction. It's more I play, you go, I go. It's less I do a movement, you will do a movement, then I will shoot, then you will shoot. So it's really like I will do something, I will normally hurt you, you will hurt me back, and we will do that in 3 turns, sometimes 4. So it's very, very dense in a good way. For me, it's like more of a chase game, basically. There is, of course, luck that is happening.
But which can sometimes, it's very impressive because you roll few dice. So if you make like 3 ones in a row, in some games, okay, like I take mortal wounds, whatever. In here, you lose like activation, reroll, and then rally, and then strat. It can be hurtful, but overall, it's still a luck game. It balances out. But yeah, it does feel like chess. It does feel gamey in a way. It's like some of the game systems, you're like, okay, it's not a pure simulation. You can try to understand what's going on, but it makes it as a better game. So less good as a simulation of Warhammer 40,000, but it makes it a better, more balanced game. So it depends what you're looking for.
Yeah, exactly. But once again, if you're looking for something fast-paced, not too many rules as well, one of the good things that you can, it was your first time playing Tyranids, and it's like, you know, it's not like you have to discover like 25 new rules to play against them. So that's a real advantage.
Yeah, we introduced, you saw Avner, I think this video will be released first. We saw Avner in a tournament report when we played 2 games. It was his first time playing Epic Armageddon. And like I was telling him there, if you learn how to play Epic Armageddon, as one army, you know how to play all armies. There is a lot of common rules, a little bit like Horus Heresy in this sense. And no army has, okay, I have this special rule, etc., which makes 10 pages, and then it's very hard to play. And it can be hard, your first game, getting in, understanding threat ranges. It's a little bit like War Machine in this sense. Like, what is your threat range on this, on that? What can you do? How to play with morale. But once you play 1-2 games, it's very easy, and you can go to a tournament and have fun against everyone. They say, like, okay, here is how it works, here is how it works. In this sense, it's a little bit more like the modern dystopian wars and Armored Clash. versus 3rd edition dystopian wars, where every faction has its own list of special rules, and you need to find equivalents. It's less like this and more like common tooltip for all the factions to pick and choose.
But still, even without too many rules, each army will have its own gameplay, and when you're playing against Tyranid, it's not the same thing as playing against Eldars and so on.
Like,
so it's
just a few rules. The fact that then when they cannot rally or when they break, they make double move. It gives you this feeling like you shoot at them and they still charge you and makes this wave. And it's one special rule, but it changes the entire feeling of the game.
Yeah.
So it's quite well balanced. Like it's quite modern in this, and it's like it's real fun to play. Yeah. And there is squads there, and soon votes. Like you can play it wars, which makes it a good game.
Yeah. So no, for me, one of the best game, especially for 1v1. I will say that, and even narrative play, actually, it's quite fun. It shows its limits.
The 3v2 we played.
Yeah, multiplayer, it's showing its limits. And if you want to play like very, very big games, like 10,000 points, something like that, it's very important to try to keep the number of activation low.
Because you can break the game otherwise.
Or it can be long, very long.
Oh, yeah. So it depends what you want. If you want to make 15,000 points massive battles, there are other systems where you can be like, okay, let's play this and make a simulation of the huge battle. If you want to make a tournament or have a balanced game, Epic Armageddon is much more fun and fast. All right. Well, thank you very much for having. Thanks to you as well for having watched until the end. As always, subscribe, give a comment, especially to have a chance to win one of the 2 armies that are in play. Give us a like, subscribe, and everything. And until the next video, take care of yourself. And remember to keep things fair in love and war games. Bye.
Bye-bye.